Hi, my name is Dr. John Douillard, and I want to talk to you today about one of the most fascinating discoveries linking your lymphatic system to mood stability and the prevalence of infection. Now, back in the 1900s, a prominent psychiatrist ran one of the world's most prestigious mental health institutions. He used to actually treat people with depression by pulling out their teeth, getting rid of infections. And if the teeth didn't work, he'd pull out organs and colons and ovaries and anything that he considered infected, and saw some significant results in treating mood-related disorders. Well, after he passed away, for obvious reasons, that technique seemed to fade away. But very recently, studies in Stony Brook University has discovered that there is a relationship between mood stability, mood concerns, and infections. In fact, in one study, it showed that people who are hospitalized with an infection have a 62% increased risk of developing a mood concern later on. And people with an autoimmune condition, another type of sort of an infection, immune compromised issue, have a 45% of developing a mood concern later on in life. So here is the most fascinating discovery that tied all this together. And stay with me here. In the University of Virginia recently, they discovered hidden lymphatics in the brain that actually literally drain your brain. I found that incredibly fascinating because in Ayurveda, they talk about the sagittal sinus having special lymphatic drains that drain the brain. And when you're under a lot of traumatic stress or trauma, that the brain will congest and it'll protect you from a significant amount of emotional trauma. So you can continue with your life even though a bad thing may have happened. Well now, and forever until just a few months ago, science would tell you that there are absolutely no lymphatic vessels that drain the brain, and there are no lymphatic vessels that drain the central nervous system until they found them in the sagittal sinus, exactly where Ayurveda said they were 5,000 years ago. And have treatments designed to kind of clean out the sagittal sinus to support healthy mood stability and cognitive function, brain function, which I thought is amazing. So what they found was that these lymphatic vessels literally drain the cerebrospinal fluid. And if you sleep on your left side, they drain, or on your side, not just your left side, or this side or this side. It increases the drainage while you sleep increased by 25%, versus if you sleep on your back or just your stomach. And I imagine that if you're sleeping on your stomach, you sort of got to turn your head so you do get a lateral position of your head. So that's a good thing. But so the science is beginning to realize that while we sleep, our brain is draining toxins, particularly things like beta amyloid plaque related to cognitive function as we age, from the brain in a more efficient manner. And if you're not sleeping well and your lymphatic system is congested, then the brain doesn't drain. So this ancient theory that if you had an infection, it would cause, we now know, that is the road of your immune system is your lymphatic system. If you have an infection, the immune system gets stuck in traffic, it can't fight the infection, and you end up getting yourself sick. Well, that is related to perhaps an inability of the brain to drain through these lymphatic vessels, causing mood-related issues. So this is sort of the new science, and of course our whole thing here at LifeSpa is to prove ancient wisdom with modern science. Ancient Ayurveda has been talking about this forever, and now we're just beginning, how exciting is this, to see that modern science is actually finally catching up and proving, not so much catching up, but proving some of these ancient principles, making us more interested in looking into the ancient understanding versus only looking at modern science. And I think when you look at modern science and you have ancient wisdoms together, you know, there's a lot to be said about that, because science alone isn't always reliable enough. But with some ancient time-tested wisdom that's been done for thousands of years, it makes a lot of really good and interesting sense. So what is the takeaway? Well, the takeaway is that our lymphatic system is not just in your brain, and it's all over your body. It's the largest circulatory system that we have. I wrote an article, for example, you can read about. It's called It Might Not Be Hormonal, talking about lymphatic vessels that drain reproductive flow. And prior to menstruation, lots of women, their breasts get tender and swell, they hold on to water, they break out. These are because prior to the cycle, you actually have a pre-detoxification through the lymph. And if the lymph system is congested, the breast will break out. And also, the brain won't drain. It can affect mood stability and things like that. This system is all connected. So if we make sure that we keep our lymphatic system healthy, and I've written many articles on the lymphatic system. Go to my archives, watch all the videos. We have over 500 videos and articles about all kinds of health concerns, but so many on the lymph, because in Ayurveda, this is the very first system that we treat in the body is the lymphatic system. Why? Because it's the drain of the intestinal tract. Now, your intestinal tract is a lining of skin cells that protect you from the outer environment. When you swallow something, it isn't you yet until it crosses through your intestinal tract and enters into your body. And if that skin breaks down, and that's exactly where your lymphatic system starts, is the inside of your intestinal villi, these little lacteal villi in your intestinal tract is where the lymph starts. If that breaks down there, all kinds of weird, yucky stuff can go through your skin and become you, and it shouldn't have become you, and that can create lymphatic congestion all over your body. Your drains become clogged, your immune system gets stuck in traffic, you swell, you break down, and then the body starts pushing waste into all kinds of places, and now we know that the brain is one of those places. And plaque, beta amyloid plaque, can stay and linger in your brain and do significant damage, as well as to create, now we have science to show that this lymphatic congestion is linked to mood-related concerns. So how exciting is this? And there's more information coming out about the lymphatic system I'm going to continue to share with you. So please stay tuned as we kind of ride this incredible research wave about how this modern science is proving this ancient wisdom of our lymphatic system. Please read about how you can keep your lymphatic system moving in the articles associated with this video and in my archives, all about how to keep your lymphatic system moving. Thanks for listening. I'm Dr. John Douillard. Hi, did you like this video? Do you like our content here at LifeSpa? You can subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/John Douillard right here and get this valuable content every week in your inbox.
This recording is brought to you by LifeSpa, where ancient Ayurvedic wisdom meets modern science. Get access to free health video newsletters by Dr. John at lifespa.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.